Remember when I did NASCAR videos? Yeah, me neither. So let's do a fun one at Daytona. Specifically, NASCAR 15 at Daytona night. We are underway. We qualified in second position, as you will notice. I'm running the Rainbow Warrior paint scheme because that seems to get requested in about every video ever that I run a Rainbow Warrior paint scheme. Exactly why, I haven't the slightest clue. Maybe it's because one of the most popular drivers that has ever driven in NASCAR drove it at the time NASCAR was the most popular, or at its most popular. Okay, so we are immediately going 3 wide and immediately getting spun out. And I better fake a caution here because that was quite a start there. Chase Elliott was none too pleased that I was culturally appropriating the 24, even though you'll never see it because, oh, there we go. There's the yellow. I think my Wallace may have been a bit rusty, so let's repair this car and get it back out there and try this again, shall we? All right, dead last.
Awesome work, guys. Awesome work.
Exactly where we need to be. Not really. But passing 42 cars, what a challenge in 30 laps. So here we go as we get our favorite bit of audio that never ever gets old. We are underneath Kyle Larson immediately, and Ryan Newman are trying to. No, I guess we're not. Wow, okay, Kyle. David has not played this game in a while, and it shows. But that was a strange one. That was really strange. Alright, let's take 3. How about? This time, maybe we won't crash. We're on the outside, so that's probably a good thing at this track. Or maybe it's not. The green is out, and we are racing at Daytona, hopefully, for more than half a lap, which is at the moment the farthest we've been able to make in this race, after starting second and not being able to do anything with that. We've got AJ Humdinger behind us, which if you saw the Talladega race in the real-life NASCAR, that is probably not a good thing to have. But there goes Casey Mears underneath. It's amazing how outdated this game has become. Speaking of the devil, it's Jeff Gordon and Greg Biffle. It's just everybody who's no longer in NASCAR, except for AJ Allmendinger. He's still there, both in real life and on my outside. So now we're going to make a big move down here to the bottom as the cars all begin to get 3 wide. Don't know if we'll see 4 wide here, and if we do see 4 wide, we're probably going to, or somebody's going to be seeing a catch fence, I would imagine, because that is not going to work here for very long at Daytona. You can do it at Talladega, just barely. But at Daytona, 4 wide usually ends in a crash. Speaking of crashes, I almost crashed there, as I continue just to use the apron like a curb on a road course, but that's not a really good idea, and that wasn't a good idea either, letting Greg Biffle through there. So Justin Allgaier is going to jump down to the inside, going to try to get me by Biffle. But Biffle's going to slide to the inside. We're getting a big 3 wide pack now. Very similar to what we saw in the real-life 2015 Daytona 500, except for this is at night. And I believe that is 4 wide, or was for just a second. Allgaier going to go to the outside. They may be 4 wide in the mess up here. I hesitate to call it a pack. Almost 4 wide again. Well, this is going to be the quest for 4 wide. Oh boy, oh boy. Almost got turned by Allgaier there. And we're just going to drive underneath because the bottom lane just decided, oh, it's time to go. But we didn't really gain too many positions, it doesn't look like. It felt like we did. But as it turns out, we're still in 15th position behind Logano. 2 lanes of 2 all the way down as Danica gets in the old sucker hole there. Uh-oh. Got into David Reagan. We save it. Paul Menard gets into the back of us. How has this not been the big one yet? I'll never know. What? Wow, that is quite the non-call there. NASCAR. My car is looking very bad right now. And we've done spread the field out. Just pretty much the worst thing we could have done, because NASCAR 15 plate racing works this way, in which Once you have spread the pack out, it becomes a tandem fest. And so we're going to need to get tandemed up here with somebody. Maybe Hamlin here. And try to get back to the front. Or at least try to pass some cars.
Watch your rear.
I guess not. I guess we're going to be the leader in this train, and we got McFlurry behind us.
He's looking to draft
Come on.
Car tucked in behind you.
Let's do it.
Car in line with you.
All right, McFlurry giving us a little bit of a bump there. Not really a great run. We're getting on Boyer here. 9 seconds on a plate track. That's an eternity. And now we're getting caught behind Clint Boyer here. We're going to have to make a bit of a crazy move as Johnson, Blaney, and a host of others are all getting hooked up here. Oh, that's close. That's close. But we managed to stay on the straight and narrow for now.
Got a car closing on your outside.
Almost turned JJ there going into the corner.
Stay on the bottom.
Thankfully, we did not.
Car one back.
So now it's a big pack race for 30th place.
Nice
come on, Blaney.
You're both going up in the wall.
Go. Go, Blaney. Go. Go.
Come on, you got it.
Boy, I just cannot shove anybody today. All right, just a little bit of a lift into the corner.
Right side's clear.
Nope. Blaney is just going exceptionally slow. I was able to push David Reagan all the way around the track during qualifying, but I guess that's not going to happen here. So we're going to do the little leapfrog thing that you can do on these plate tracks. Passing slower cars by kind of jumping in and out of their drafts. So there we go. We'll go around the outside of Dale Jr., another driver retiring from this game, or was in this game. Austin Dillon leads. So we can't make any Austin Dillon will never win jokes anymore, because in the time that I was busy making IndyCar videos for the Indy 500 month, Austin Dillon took a victory. And the crowd roars.
Car three back.
I think.
Car approaching low.
Are there any unironic Austin Dillon fans out there who weren't just fans of the number and paint scheme? I'd be very interested to find out. And I'm not talking bandwagons either that are now loving him because he won a race. I'm talking real Austin Dillon fans. The ones who go and buy the cowboy hat that he wears every week and wear it to the races and say, "Woo, Dillon! Go Austin!" I'm very interested to find out if that's a thing that actually exists, or just something that's manifested itself in my head as a funny thing that doesn't actually happen in real life. All right, Dale, why you go so slow? Why do you drive so slow? All right, Larson, you gotta go to the front.
Very impressive.
Thank you, Darth Vader. Impressive.
Stay low.
Most impressive. And now we get behind Larson. Hopefully we can actually get up to Mr. Menard here, but it doesn't look like we're going to be. Well, maybe we will. Oh, thank you. Larson actually decided to pull out and pass him. All right, time to go now. We got JJ behind us, Larson in front. This is like the end of Dover, except for I'm in the middle of it for some reason.
Car right behind you.
Come on, Larson. Go, 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 go. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people who have to pit, too, because like half the field came in and half the field didn't. I'm one of the people who did come into the pits at some point, as well as Larson. In fact, I think we're on the same strategy
There's a 9-second gap to the leader.
as Larson. So let's try not to crash him. Well, oh well. There goes Larson. I kind of ruined his race.
On your bumper.
But we're coming up behind Kevin Harvick now, and we should be able to get around him as well. I would hope. Jimmy, please don't do anything stupid. And not too bad. I almost ran into Harvick, but now Gilliland is pushing David Land. David Gilliland is easy for me to say, huh? And it looks like the front pack is formed up too, so we're going to struggle to catch those guys. I'm hoping they're all on the alternate strategy. The one-stop strategy versus a two-stop strategy, I suppose you could call it. And Gilliland, come on, give me a shove. No, he's just gonna not do anything. And now we've got cars pitting. Things are gonna get wild. Because anytime you get alternate strategies in NASCAR 15, things are liable to get crazy. We're coming up behind Allmendinger. Is he the car that the spotter was referring to was coming into the pits? No, it's Josh Wise. So now we'll run up behind AJ and give AJ a shove. And Humdinger is going to get passed. So now we've just got to wait, see how many cars come into the pits on this lap, as David Gilliland is pulling up behind in the draft. He's looking, nope, not going to make the pass there. It's just Jimmy Johnson behind.
Eyes on the prize. Let's do this now.
Right down next to the yellow line. Let's go. Oops, a little bit too much sparking going on there. Oh, I guess we got a bit of a pack forming up here, or a line, I should say.
Watch your mirror. He's coming
Now
up fast.
JJ
You're doing it today.
gonna help me out just a little bit.
Behind you.
We're up to
On your
19th. Almirola, hashtag 43 ever, 43 strong, or whatever the current hashtag is leading the race.
Trying to get to your corner.
And now Blaney is going to get held up by Bain.
Go to the low side.
We've got quite the pack forming up here, but it's going to be Johnson moving down to the inside, and I wasn't smart enough to block him there.
Come on, let's get past him.
Now Johnson's going to do the thing he did at the Daytona 500, which is try to spin me out into the turn. Thankfully that did not happen. Now we've got a lap car, Josh Wise. Around the outside of him we will go. And that is looking like a cluster back there, but thankfully everybody made it through. And we are just halfway through the race at the moment. Can I make it one more lap on the fuel? It's going to be a question mark. I'm not sure I have the answer to just yet. And Larson's going to the inside. Oh, I kind of almost hit the wall there. There comes Josh Wise. Yeah, we can make it one more lap. Maybe a horrible mistake, or it may be a great idea. We'll find out.
Watch your fuel. You ready to dive in here, buddy?
As we get behind Stenhouse, another driver who took his first win in the time in which I was at the month of May at Indianapolis. And it's going to be close on fuel. It's going to be really close on fuel. So we're going to clutch and coast.
Stay high. Closing on the bottom. Clear left side.
And we're going down the back side of the course here. Going to go full throttle. As much full throttle as I can go here. Down the back side. I'm just going to try not to run out of fuel. Full throttle, full throttle, full throttle. Oh boy. May have stretched it a bit too far. No, I think we're going to make it.
You're good low.
I think we're going to make it. As long as I can get down to the speed limit.
Check up. Let's do this.
All right, in for full load of fuel and right side tires. Should be a very quick stop here. 8 seconds was the estimate. That's an interesting camera angle. Can't really see a whole lot from there. Waiting. Man, this is a slow stop for 8 seconds. But we are back out and into the fight.
Guys. In and out. It's all up to you now, buddy.
And we fall down to 4th place, 5th place, 6th place. Gonna try not to LePage the field as well, because there's a lot of cars coming by.
Okay, come on, buddy. Focus. Let's get that back.
Well, I don't know why you're telling me to get something back when we're on the bloody warm-up lane, but okay. Okay, so down to 18th. Not amazing, but not horrible. Also, the team repaired the car. How nice of them. And now we got Chase and Stenhouse, so cars we were battling with prior to the stop, we are battling with once again. But I think now the field is spread out to the point where I think we're going to have a good shot of getting back up there and really starting to compete. So Chase Elliott, I know we didn't get along at the beginning of the race, but we'll put those differences aside and try to win. I hope so. So we lost 38 seconds in the pits, pretty much a full lap.
Still with you.
According to that last menu there. So let's try to do a really cheeky thing here. Is get the draft from Elliott, sneak up and into the draft of Mears, have Elliott slam draft me down the back straightaway, big draft off of Mears to the inside of Mears.
Eyeside's clear.
And around Mears at 201 miles an hour we go. However, we did kind of gap Elliott a little too much,
Looking low.
which may end up really hurting here. Oh, I didn't block effectively
Watch your
enough.
rear.
So now, well, that kind of hurt Elliott more than it
all
did
clear,
me,
bud.
because Elliott goes to the back.
Car right behind you.
And Almirola, or excuse me, not Almirola, he's the leader. Stenhouse is going to give me that shove all the way down through. Now I'm just hoping these three in front slow down just a little bit. I'd really love some lap traffic to kind of come in and kind of affect the leaders. It looks like it might by the end of the race. I'm going to let Stenhouse around so I can kind of draft off of him, even though he's deciding to brake for turn 3 at Daytona. Not sure why you're doing that, Mr. Stenhouse.
On the bottom, one
And
back.
now Elliott's going to come down. Big run by Elliott down to the inside. He's
can
going
do
to
this. Just gotta
get in
keep
behind
moving.
Stenhouse there. And maybe, can I dive
Clear
in?
low.
Yeah, let's see. I'm not too confident that I dove in at the correct moment. I may end up losing out here. Come on, draft, draft, draft.
All right, that's good. Tuck in right there.
Okay, the spotter seems to think I'm in a good place. I don't think I'm in a good place. But it does look like Yaley. I think that's the Dr. Pepper car. That changes every year, like I've said in every video.
Nice.
But I think it is Yaley in this game. So Yaley looks like he's fallen back just a little bit, but it looks like Stenhouse picked him up. So now they've got a 3-car draft there with Kyle Busch and others up just ahead. Might be Bobby Labonte as well. And now they're slowing up just a little bit, so if I can get that draft. Looks like we got another big pack coming behind us.
10 to go.
Yeah, that's a big pack right there. So that's going to be a lot of cars hooking up here in a second. Now, whether or not this pack plus these other 4 cars up
9-second
here,
gap to the leader.
or 5 cars, excuse me, are going to be able to catch Allgaier in the lead at the moment. That's up for debate, I would say. But here
Car
comes the
inside,
pack.
just looking. Car inside, trying to
Look
get to your
into
corner.
the inside.
Coming low. Check your inside.
And now Gilliland, who has been our drafting partner for most of this
Looking
race,
low.
is going to help us out just a little bit. We got in a big draft of McFlurry
Car
there.
tucked in behind you.
Controller vibrated.
Car behind.
That's usually a good sign. And now here we go.
All
Catching
clear.
this big pack as well. All of us are over 200 miles an hour.
9 to go.
As we slice down to the
side's
inside,
clear.
as cars are already peeling
Looking
off
really
into
good,
the
buddy.
pits. So this may end up being a fuel mileage race as
charging.
well. As
Clear on the
Gilliland
high
comes
side.
up behind. You get behind Yaley.
Car in
Try to
line
get
with
Yaley here. There we go. 204 miles an hour. What a fantastic amount of
Car in front,
speed
heading to
here.
the pit.
And cars are pitting from this group as well, as Yaley
Heading
tries
off.
to
That's
dive to
it.
the inside of Labonte, and I dive to the inside of Yaley, which is just creating all sorts of chaotic things here. So
Clear
who's
right
coming in?
side.
Looks like it's Labonte. So now we'll get up behind Kyle Busch here. Gordon leads,
8 to go. Nice draft.
as we just kind of bumped into Kyle Busch there. Okay, so Wise is out of the
Stay
pits.
there, you're good. Car approaching
Oh,
low.
good Lord,
Caution
there it
down.
is. Good job, David. So whose fault was it? Let me know in the comments, even though I'm pretty sure the pictures tell the story on that one. And then they pile in later on, including Josh Wise.
Hey, here we go.
So it's going to be a shootout. We've got 5 laps to go. My car's looking like it's been on the 5-minute clock
okay.
a
coming to the
few
green.
too
Be on your
many
toes, buddy.
times. But here we go. Green is
Good
out.
pace. You're doing great.
We are
You're
racing.
a second ahead.
Ty Dillon, I
Oh,
believe,
you're
is the
here.
leader of the motor race. But we'll see how it works out. I think I've got enough fuel to make it to the end, so I'm not too worried about that. The
All
car
right,
is
behind
damaged,
you.
but again, not worried about that.
Coming
In fact, the
high.
whole second stint of the race was
Looking outside.
done with a damaged
Coming on the
car.
outside.
So now it's just going to be about building up the speed as best we can with a car that's kind of damaged
On your
aerodynamically.
bumper. He's coming to
But Kurt
draft.
Busch won a
Awesome
race
draft, buddy.
here
Great
earlier this
control.
year in real life with a similar situation.
Car in
So
front,
I'm not
heading to the
too
pit.
worried about it. Now
They'll
cars
give
are
you a little tap.
pitting at the front of the
You're
pack.
outside.
So we're going to have to be a little bit cautious in which
Stay
lane we
down.
choose here.
Watch your outside.
As we get behind Burton, the problem is we're on the bottom here, and the cops are coming for me. Can't hear that. We're almost 4 wide there a second. Edwards is very slow, 5 laps to go.
We're on the inside.
So we slide underneath Boyer and try to get up here to Trevor Bay. Now we're going to have to time this a little bit better, because I don't really want to be at the front trying to do the thing that Max Chilton did in the Indy 500, which is lead a pack and then get snookered at the end. You know, you can lead all you want. Eventually you're going to get passed, and there's a big pack behind that is just going to try to eat me alive here. I'm going to keep to the bottom. Something was not cool, said the spotter. It's probably because they're almost 4 wide back there, and I almost got spun out. And we're almost 4 wide for the lead.
Car in front's heading to the pit.
And somebody was supposedly coming into the pits that time. We're starting to lose ground a little bit. Johnson was a little slow coming through turn 4. Now we've got cars on the apron coming out of the pit lane. I don't think they're going to be a factor. It looks like Larson or maybe Menard. Hard to tell. It is Menard. So now we're down to 10th.
Right behind you.
Gonna try to make a move down to the inside. Bush tried to block. Wasn't too effective. Now we'll just beat and bang just a little bit there. Try to slide in behind Johnson here. Kyle Busch moving to the center. Harvick, where'd he come from? Wow, Johnson moved to the inside into the pits. And we were 4 wide for just a split second there. 3 laps to settle it, and it looks like we're unintentionally going for it. As another car peels out of the pits, it's David Reagan, the former pole sitter. Now down to 38th position. Oh boy, that's a lot of cars back there. That is a lot of cars back there. They are all trying to pass. Looks like the bottom lane is not the one to have right now, as the 2 top lanes are going through. Are we just the only cars in the bottom here? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work. Stay right there.
Yeah, we're going to need to get a run, though, in the next 2 laps.
Just keep a good pace.
And that's a good run, but it's not really where I want to be. Trevor Bayne pulls off into the pits now. Another car into the pits. So it looks like, in addition to just having a crazy pack race, we've also got serious fuel mileage to worry about here. So we try again underneath Kyle Busch. Not working yet. There's Bobby Labonte, another driver retired. As we go around Carl Edwards. Oh boy, that was almost a crash. Almost a crash there between me and Harvick. Oh, that is a crash. That is a crash. That is a crash. And there we go. Green-white checker. Wow, that was a short yellow. Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to finish my sarcastic statement. As you can see, my car spins, bounces off the middle of the pack, and there you go. I saved it. So really, was a caution necessary? I don't know. Well, my car's engine was damaged, so I had to bring it in. Otherwise, it would be a sitting duck on the restart. So we're going to be starting in the back, but it may be a very exciting restart. I'm going to try to get to the front as quick as possible.
Way to go, boys.
All right,
Nice pit.
32nd place, alongside of Almirola Strong, and Danica is there too. Here we go. Green, white checker.
Let's do this now. It's time to go to work.
I didn't put any fuel in the car, A, because I didn't need it, and B, because I wanted to run a little bit lighter with fresh tires. Thankfully, the game understood that that was the strategy call I wanted to make and didn't force me to put fuel in. So here we go.
Looking really good,
It's going to be all about making a move here once we get on the back straightaway. It's going to be our lane choice on the backside of the course on this lap. It's really going to be very key if I can get a run, which I'm not able to get at the moment. So Almirola is going to help us a little bit. We're going to get free of Elliott, so we're free to choose inside or outside lane. And we're going to go inside for now. And that was the right decision. That was the right decision. We got a big run, but nowhere to take it yet. Tried to get underneath Vickers there, wasn't quite there. Still trying to get around. We got 20 places to go here in one lap. Oh,
flag us, but you'll get that spot back.
Okay.
Can't pass below
That
the
was,
yellow line.
forgot I wasn't in NASCAR
You'll need
heats.
to block. He's going to draft with you.
Alright, so we're going to try to do that move again here on the backside. I don't think it's going to work quite as effectively as it did last time, even though the top lane seems to be really slow off of turn number 2. Going to try to get a big run, hopefully assisted by Blaney here. And they're slowing up just a little bit. Alright, this is a bit of a Leroy Jenkins move, so... Oh, we just got around Chase. But looks like the top lane's going pretty slow here. But we don't really have the run on Vickers that I quite like. I don't even know if we're going to get to the top 10 here. And we come to the line. Oh, it's going to be close.
That was great
but
racing right there.
no.
You did well today.
14th. Not amazing, not terrible. And appropriately, Jeff Gordon won the race over Joey Logano and AJ Allmendinger going down through the rest of the field. Let me know in the comments if you did make it to the end of this video, which driver did miss this race. There always is one driver that misses the race, so let me know in the comments who it was, and we'll find out together who it was. Let's quickly watch the last lap of the race from the replay. That might kind of be fun, something new I'm going to try here. So here's the final restart of the race. We'll give you some commentary for this since it's only 2 laps anyway. So you guys can see it from the outside perspective. Now, of course, the thing about this game is that the replays actually lag quite a bit. So when you see me do those TV-style videos, I have to speed up footage and slow it down. It's actually quite a bit more work to do. When I do that, because you can see when there's all the cars on the screen, it slows down. So this may be longer than actual real time is, but it's kind of like watching a replay in half speed. As you can see, Elliott made that move down to the inside, and we kind of stuck it in the middle there. Looks like Harvick's in the lead. I don't know how Harvick lost the lead. He must have chosen the outside lane, but there's Danica outside, and then there's Almirola making the move behind. And here they come off at turn 2. Gordon is actually like 6th place in the inside lane. I'm not really sure how that was all working out, but there's Gordon down to the inside. So yeah, he made the right move there. As you can see, the replay is absolutely lagging so badly, as Dale Jr. and Joey Logano made a move as well. As we're still waiting for the game to pick back up. And it'll pick back up right about here once it gets about 10 cars on the screen. There it is. It's just like a rubber band. And there we go, underneath a lot of guys. As you can see, I made the right move, and this is where I kind of made a mistake. I tried a little too hard to pinch the car down out of turn 4 to try to get underneath Vickers here. See, the game's still lagging because there's just so many cars on the screen at once, and here was a mistake. Not exactly sure which car I technically passed under the white line, or under the yellow line, I should say, but the game thought it was, so I had to back out just a little bit. That hurt my momentum. You can see Blaney get behind, as well as Chase Elliott chops down. Lanes of 2 there. It's Earnhardt leading, so I'm kind of interested to see how Earnhardt loses the lead, and it's just that easy. It looks like Earnhardt moved to the outside when Gordon moved to the inside with help from Logano. And there comes Allgaier, who was having a great run as well through the race, all the way down the back straightaway here. This is when they kind of slowed up a little bit because Biffle was getting in line. And then here I come down to the inside with Chase Elliott. But that was the only position I was able to make up. I still could not pass Vickers. In fact, I don't think I even passed Vickers coming to the checker, if I don't remember. There's Harvick, who was leading on the beginning of the restart. Here comes Gordon, pretty much uncontested coming down the main straightaway. Logano very much playing nice with him. But yeah, there you go. There's the finish to the race. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been David Land on YouTube. Leave a like and subscribe for more NASCAR content, and we'll see you in the next video.